Welcome to another episode of The Game, hosted by yours truly, Blockchain Sensei. The time is now 17 minutes past 8 on the 22nd of the 7th, 2024. We are going to read out a little disclaimer because we do not want to get in any trouble for allowing anybody to think that we were suggesting any recommendations to buy or sell. So, disclaimer, all our content is for education, information, and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice or recommendation to buy, sell, or any assets or place any trades. Please always do your own what? Research. Our content is intended it should only be used for informational use. It is very important to do your own analysis before making your own investment, which should be based on your own individual circumstances. You should always take independent professional advice from a professional advisor. Now, is anybody on the call a professional advisor? I don't think you are. I'm not even going to let you answer because I know you're not. So, or independently research and verify all information you may find on our show that you wish to rely upon, whether you wish to make an investment decision or otherwise. All investments come with what? Risk. So please do your own research. We are not financial advisors. We do not intend to be perceived or received as financial advisors. However, we are working in collaboration with several accredited advisors. So if you're unable to mitigate your risk, then please contact us immediately so we can refer you to an accredited advisor. Okay, brilliant. So let's get into the juice. Let's start on our Twitter. We'll start there. And in the meantime, I will tell Mark that we are ready for him if he's got anybody. Ready for you when you are, buddy. Dom, if you can give Marky Mark a call. So this week has been amazing. We just completed an amazing event with Black Tech Day, supported by none other than Solana Super Team UK. Big things, massive shout outs to Dexter Sims for pulling off another amazing event. This time the event was at the Murky Academy in Croydon. So it was absolutely amazing to be a part of that. To see, all sorts of cool people that we know and love from the space. Everybody who's everybody in the community was there. We were on a panel with Barry Paisley, Terry Igaro of AgriDAO, and the amazing Tracy Bowen of HerDAO. So the boys were given a talk there. Big shouts to Dominica for getting the content for us. We've got tons of content coming out, as you can see on the socials, on Twitter, as you can see. And you can also get last and previous episodes of the game and other things here as well. So that is all of that juice. Let me just head on back to the homepage, and then we will go to so the channel that I wanted to look at, which we haven't looked at in ages, is Crypto Rank. So this page gives so much alpha. It is unbelievable. Yep. So State of BitTorrent Report 2024, that's available to read. And why we love them is they just condense all the news down for us. So macro crypto events this week. ZK Link did an airdrop. Squid Camp was there. There was a TG announcement from Avail. The Ethereum ETF started trading. Anything? Oh, the Illuvium open beta started. Oh. Donald Trump to speak at a Bitcoin conference on the 27th. Very interesting. Well, that one's coming. That was just got in. So top 10 projects on Mantle with 30-day TVL growth. So Mantle is a chain I haven't really messed around with. I haven't done anything with Mantle, to be honest with you. But apparently they are doing making moves. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. Dodo's been around for a while. I've definitely seen Dodo before. So let's have a go. Have a look. Do do. They are on-chain liquidity provider. I like their branding. I definitely like their branding. It's very friendly. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it a lot. I'd love the blockchain sensei branding to be like this. We're gonna have to work on getting it like this. It's fun and light. Um, let's go look on the other security audits developer portal website for Dodo. The best prices and cross-chain aggregator. All-time volume 162 billion. 3.5 million users. Okay. Okay, then. They've got bug bounties. They allow you to do crowd pooling, earning, cross-chain. Interesting. Let's go see what this market cap's saying, because, and then we'll do something else a little bit alpha in this call. Oh yeah, yeah. There we go. Coin number 450 with a market cap TVL of 45 million, market cap of 1 point, fully diluted 125 million. We're gonna look at it properly. It's absolutely pumped and dumped. Wow, 72 mil market cap down from a 800 mil market cap. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, that's a bit mad. That's a bit mad. That's a bit mad. Yo, they really tried to make the dodo extinct. Interesting. Mm, I don't know enough about it to comment on it. To yeah, but what we are gonna do before forgetting, we are gonna go and click on this bit of alpha. You go on Coin Market Cap and you check what are the most viewed. So if it's the most viewed, that means loads of people are looking at it. So that means it's got loads of attention. So we can see we are still in a phase where people are interested in AI and memes. Those are the main things. So let's have a look at the only one out of these. Oh, Dex Check AI. Its code is Dick. Market cap 14 million. Pixel versus market cap 30 million. Tars AI 15. Orange 11. See if there's anything lower than that. No, all the rest are the big boys. Wow, BNB is back at 86 billion. Jesus. And you think it's mad that BNB is at 86 billion and Polkadot's at 8? It's crazy. Daddy Tate is at 70. Hondo, Ether Helium's getting back in there at 800. Trump is in there at 8. Mother is in there. Mother's in the top 50 looked at tokens at 87 million. Crazy. Aerodrome's only at a 480 market cap. That's crazy. So let's go and have a look at some of these smaller ones that are the most viewed. So we will open that in a new tab. We will open this in a new tab. Open this one in a new tab. Open this in a new tab. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah. Okay. And we'll just go back to the Twitter. Any word from Mark? We heard from Mark? Nope, nothing from Mark yet. Okay. So in the meantime, weekly crypto news. 5 spot Ethereum ETFs, including Fidelity, will launch on July 23rd. Mt. Gox wallet transfers small amount of Bitcoin to Bitstamp. Token unlocks from Axelar, 3.59% of their market cap. Token unlocks from Ronin. Wow, interesting. Oh no, that's peak. If you're getting your tokens unlocked from Ronin now, that's dead. Let me see what that price chart is looking like. Obviously, if you got it pre-sale as a VC, then fair enough. But let's just go and check this chart. $2. Come on. Okay. Price is now 2.88. Oh, wait, that can't be right. So actually what the price has done? I was not expecting that. Oh, okay. How's it done that? Oh wow, the market cap's actually going up and kind of stabilizing itself. Obviously, it dropped by half from like 1.2 billion down to like 600 million, but it didn't do a 90% drop. Interesting. No, they're doing they've got a 10% of the tokens unlocking now. So this should say that this market cap should dip because people would sell. Because it's still in profit. If you got it here, happy days, isn't it? Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. BNB Foundation completed 28th quarterly BNB token burn with more than 1.6 million BNB. 971 million were burned. Crazy. Joe Biden drops out the presidential race. Bowden token plummets 44%. Cosmos' Kepler wallet to add EVM support. Interesting. Market overview. This is what we're looking for. So the top gainers were CQ2 with 158%. Then the token called WLTH. L Meow, 63%. Market cap 14 million. Cat with Hat. It's up at 37 million. That's potentially a little play, that one. Cat with hat instead of dog with hat. Fair enough. Fear and Greed Index is at 70. Trending searches, Layer Zero, Pixelverse, Celestia, ZK Sync, Starknet. Interesting. No, I never see Layer Zero or Starknet doing much. Yeah. These are all the tokens unlocking this week. Trump, Biden. Market overview. I think that was before. Top non-EVM blockchains by 30-day total value locked. Now this is so it looks like Say is absolutely on a mad run. Heard about Say, I saw it, but I just never really. I don't know why. Just never really got me. It was, but we just never really ever happened. Same with Aptos. These are all these Say Aptos EOS. These are all these ones that just like H bar as well. They're in that kind of category of like they're about, but yeah, they're not like ouch here, ouch here. Yeah, nearer, they're about, and they're a good chain. I still think they're a good chain. Say network, the fastest layer one. Uh, Fair enough. Okay, we'll look at that one. Say and Aptos. Another layer one. Crazy. Let's have a look. Say rank number 67. Bloody hell. 7% in the last day. Yeah, they have. Let's look at the last year's performance. Last year's performance is back pretty much where it was a year ago. All time. Is that all time? No, it's not that bad. It's only dropped by 50%. Market cap performance hasn't been too bad either. From 210 mil to about 125. Whoever's in it that was in it then as well, they're doing all right after a year. Okay. Okay, we'll have to have a look at some Say DApps in the Say wallet. Compass wallet for Say. Hmm, interesting. All these projects with just like their whole own ecosystem that nobody that like people are just in their own world interacting with it. Yeah. Aptos is at 28. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Aptos in the last year. Oh no, Aptos took it from 17 down to 7. Yeah. In terms of market cap, was up. No, it does. This price is a bit mad, yeah. Market cap 7 billion down to 3. Mm, yeah, interesting. Let's go and have a look at Aptos, their website. The world's most production ready blockchain. Gaming, people, entertainment, scalability, DeFi, NFT, social. Aptos is the blockchain network with everything you need to build your big idea. Let's move. Your big idea meets its match. Bring life on Aptos. Microsoft, AWS, Google Cloud, MasterCard, Coinbase, Universal, MoonPay. All right. Enjoy simplicity with AI. And AI brings assistance. Aptos brings transparency. See how Microsoft is building with Aptos to create Aptos Assistant. All right. But still, the fact that they've got that. Games level up on Aptos. Yeah. Gaming on Aptos. First ever gamified omnichain perpetual decks. That's not really a game. A gamer's companion app for emerging markets. That's not really a game. Launch your own game on Web3 in minutes. So look at that. Cross-platform MMORPG. Cooking yummy. These are if these games are all whack, and these are what they're putting on there. Mm, yeah, so far I'm not. This one's on Android. Oh, it just doesn't look like it took them that long to make this game. Too many ads, rubbish. I'm stuck with Piggy Bank. Love your game. The reviews are funny there. Okay, so overall 3.8. I've got over 100K downloads. Fair play. Fair play to Cooking Yummy. Look at this one. Oh My Cat Survivor. Yeah, this one looks a bit better. Yeah. Are they taking the reviews off? Yeah, they're taking the reviews off. Well, they took the reviews off, so that's never really see. Let's just see. What are we guessing? 30K followers? No, 21. That is amazing. When you can get featured on the Aptos website and have 21 followers, that is mad. I'd love to see how much this project raised. That is absolutely mad. Oh my cat survivor. Let's see if it raised. Oh my cat survivor. Mm, yeah. No. Yeah. Okay. Aptos Arena is easy to play and learn, open to everybody. Okay, this looks a little bit better. It looks like a game. Doesn't look like much
This,
effort went into it. It looks like
this looks pretty good.
Mateus, you can make better games than this.
Nah, bro, this is something I play.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see this one. Again, it's featured on the main website, which is crazy. What we get Twitter followers. 8K. Let's see how much engagement are you reckoning on the pin post? I'm gonna say 2,000 retweets. No, 139. And then we go down, and the engagement completely disappears. One. Uh, these guys are not doing well. Yeah, they tried.
Guys, I have got someone to interview if you're ready.
Yeah. We're ready, bro.
Can you hear clearly? Do you want to stay over there? We'll see. Let's go in this room. Okay, let's do it.
Let's go. Let's go. Thank you very much, Mark.
I like it. Thinking ahead. Right, we're seen here. We're seen for the see. Mr. Harding's going to interview you, and I'm going to go and grab. Have you 1 second? We're just going to turn the video on.
Oh, you got to turn the video on.
Can you see now? Didn't we do this before?
Oh, Wasim. Yeah, we know Wasim. Plenty of times before. Literally, I bumped into him like a week ago.
No way.
This guy's I was looking for you here. I'm like, where is he?
This guy's a cryptographer.
No. We know all about this gentleman. In fact, we need to talk again because we've actually got some potential interest and partnerships for what you do in terms of providing the wait, the next of kin safety, because that is of even more interest to some potential VCs that I've been talking to. They were like, does it work for basically the question came up about if I'm a VC or I'm an angel investor and I've angel invested into some projects, but the tokens are in their vesting schedule, and then something happens to me, what then? And I was like, that's a really good question, but I don't know. I only know one person that I've ever met that is handling this next of kin situation, and you're the only person that I've ever met that's actually cares about. You can have all this crypto, but if something happens to you,
Yeah,
what then?
So we looked at that, you know, when DAOs were super popular. Not that that's gone away, but like that whole idea that there's someone setting up a DAO or whatever, you know, setting up some entity, and then there's tokens, and they have responsibility over them. So our stuff will work out of the box for any individual. So an individual wants to set up like access to those tokens that they got as part of a fundraise, it'll work. No problem, easy. What we don't do is institutional, where in an institutional scenario, you'd want someone at the VC firm to manage the accounts for multiple partners, and then they would have to have access to sensitive information. Like, we haven't built out that. It's a little more complicated to do in a decentralized way. So we kind of punted on that.
Okay.
So yeah, that's an opportunity for someone else. But yeah, individually, absolutely. That's what we've done with our tokens. That's how we manage it.
Okay, first, is there any new updates? Actually, first of all, Venus, we can do a screen share this time. What's the name of your website?
Vault12.com.
Vault12.com. I wish I was there with our new fancy cameras. We've got new fancy cameras to.
I know. Well, he wanted to do it. He wanted to interview me on the cheap. So I did something with someone in the room, but I think it was a different agency.
Yeah, it's a different.
So yeah, I was looking around for you, thinking where he said he was still.
No, I was meant to be, but me and we've got to fly out to Malta tomorrow, last minute. Yeah. So we're gonna be. Yeah,
I'm getting
flights at like 8 a.m. So we've got to be in the airport for like 6 a.m. So I was just like, I've not packed, I've not done anything. I just can't make it. So this is Vault 12, ladies and gentlemen. If you need to go and check it out, it's vault12.com. We don't normally shill people's websites or push them like this, but because I genuinely believe what you're doing, and I think it's probably one of the most important features in the Web3 space, no one is exploring, and no one is doing. And I think there's been people, I think there's probably someone that we all know. If we're in the crypto space, there's someone that we all know that has had a situation whereby someone's passed away and then it's just stuck, like, not them. So yeah, this is really, really key. I would say to everybody out there, and I think there's a potential conversation we'll see for us to set up a true partnership, and to put Vault 12 in our standard education, because I think it's really, really important. And then
so we created a lot of educational material. So I will send you a link to that.
Yeah.
It's not showing up right now on the site, but we have a whole set of things for everything you need to know about security. If you're a new person, if you're setting up a wallet, what do you need to think about? And then really, really advanced topics for people that want to figure out how to generate a seed phrase using a calculator or dice, which some super nerdy techies do. And our goal with all of that educational material was there's no definitive articles on the web about some of these topics. So we tried to create really definitive reference quality materials. And so I'll send you a link to that. It'll be up in the next few days, but we spent years building that.
Also, I just saw that you do files in general as well.
Yeah, you can upload anything. It can be a video. It could be, you don't have to upload you don't have to put in the seed phrase. You can put in a video of you with riddles for your heirs to solve so they can figure out the seed phrase. But it can be audio, it can be photographs, it can be digital art, it can be the media associated with your NFTs. So,
wow, that is amazing. Okay. We've got a lot of business to do between Vault 12 and Blockchain Center. Let me put this in my to-do list.
So Michael, you've got someone even more interesting waiting to sit in the hot seat. So
we'll see. we will definitely be in touch. Let's sort out some kind of blockchain sensei Vault 12 partnership.
I'm in London through September, so we can meet up, we can phone call, we can do whatever.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
No worries, everybody. See you in a
Good
bit.
to see you. I'm glad we.
See you, buddy. See you in a bit. Bye. Let me put that on the to-do list.
Right, Mike, I have Ruth Galvin with me. She's from Outlier Ventures. VC.
Oh, from Outlier.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Hi.
She's also, hey, look after her. She's also a Kiwi, high quality.
Oh, also a fellow Kiwi. Okay. Fair enough. Hi there. Hi. Thank you for taking the time out today. We're normally there with our fancy cameras and able to get things set up and edited into nice little reels for everybody. But unfortunately, we've got to head out to Malta first thing in the morning. But Mark is holding down the fort. So massive thank yous to Mark. Outlier Ventures. We know all about Outlier Ventures in our community. Just to give you a bit of a, has Mark told you about what we do?
Not much yet, no.
Well, fair play to you for for coming for an interview without really knowing who you're getting interviewed by. Like, props to you. So yeah, we're blocked. You can go for. What is Outlier Ventures? Why are they important?
Yeah, so Outlier, we've been around since 2014, so we're really a crypto native investor and startup accelerator. So it's been interesting operating over that time. So it's both bull and bear markets. I think having that consistency and really seeing how the space has evolved and all sorts has been I think like a real edge within Outlier. How we support startups today is, yes, we invest in each team and run 12-week accelerator programs. So support founders from fundraising, marketing, product and engineering, token design, legal, so that kind of 360 support. With our in-house team, connect them with mentors, partners in the ecosystem, and really try and get them plugged in and ready for next fundraising round, which culminates all within a demo day at the very end.
Okay. Nice. Is that what is happening in Riyadh, the base camp? I saw on my LinkedIn. I follow you guys on LinkedIn, and I saw Riyadh base camp, and I was like, what's happening here?
Yeah, so we're really excited about that. So that's one of our upcoming accelerator programs, and it'll be the first that we're also doing on in person, I suppose, a little bit more since before COVID. So yeah, we've got the Riyadh base camp and also a LATAM focused one coming up as well. So yes.
Very nice, very nice. And then we've met a couple of Outlier Ventures mentors. Spoken with Jamie a few times at a few events. He's always got really nice trainers. I have to give him that. Yeah, keen to know about the mentor side of things, because I see Outlier always has really cool mentors. We was working with one of the outlier mentors in 2017, a lady called Dr. Anna Hasu from American University. She focused on AI, like way before ChatGPT, and she was telling us, trust me, AI is going to be a huge thing in a couple of years. And from then, when I realized she was associated with Outlier, that's when I went, okay, Outlier have got some of the best mentors that are way ahead of the game. So yeah, can you talk to us a little bit more about how you choose and select your mentors, if that's anything to do with what you do?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Jamie does have good sneakers. So he's our one of our founding founding partner, and also was our CEO, so now chairman. So he's still involved within the base camps. But it's really important, I think, within the Web3 space for founders to be super plugged in with the community and bring together mentors that are also very relevant to the particular vertical or area that the base camp is focused on. So, for example, at the moment we're running base camps around AI X crypto or real world assets or deepen. So bringing some of the top people in their fields and then kind of rallying around the founders within each of those areas. And really, community is super important. So then having that from day one is something we try and prioritize. So the founder, within the first 2 weeks, will probably meet around about 30 mentors. So it's quite intense in the first few weeks, but it really gets them connected in.
30 mentors in 2 weeks.
We call it speed mentoring. So it's a lot of rapid pitching, iteration, feedback, but helps also uncover some blind spots that you might have when you're pitching as much and getting a range of feedback.
Oh, nice. And what kind of things do people mentor on? Is it like just specifically that sector, like Deepin? So you'd find Deepin experts to come in and mentor on that, or is it like accountants and lawyers and stuff like that as well?
It's again a variety. So I'd say mentors fit in probably about 5 categories. So we either have not sure if you can hear that in the background.
Yeah, I don't know if that was Caitlin.
I think it was. But we either have sector experts, domain experts, previous founders, so people who have walked in the shoes of founders that are coming through as well, which are always great. Friendly investors, so mentors that can give that investor hat perspective. And yes, those are, and then other connectors, I suppose, so people who can also have the founders with us.
Okay. And then final question: how, if I'm a startup, I'm sure you guys get inundated with startups all the time. We do, and we're just at a couple of universities. I think we counted last year. We found 168 startups, so we absolutely get swamped in them. And we know VCs don't really like to just get bombarded on their LinkedIn. What would you say is the best way as a startup to actually reach out to Outlier Ventures?
Yeah, I mean, so for Outlier, we are always happy to speak, I think, to founders. With any investor, having a warm intro can definitely help a lot to kind of get a connection in and just helps kind of get through some of the just kind of helps cut through, I suppose. But what I would say is, it's good to keep an eye on our website of what are the particular focus areas or thematics that we're looking at. So, like you mentioned, the Riyadh focus base camp. And then if there's particular fit that the founder sees, then to reach out. It also shows like that there's the good fit at the moment as well. So okay. I think like highlighting that as well kind of helps cut through a little bit more.
Okay, so the 3 sectors at the moment are RWA, Deepin, and what was the third one?
AI X crypto.
Oh, and AI X crypto. Okay, cool. Well, we've definitely got some startups that fit that profile, so we will definitely be sending them over to you. And lastly, where can people find you? On Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn? What's the best way to get in contact?
Yes, we're on Twitter at OVHQ. But also, for me, on LinkedIn and Twitter, so just my name, Ruth Galvin.
Perfect. Thank you ever so much, Ruth. Thank you for just braving the storm and just coming in and doing this quick interview. We'll definitely be in contact. Looking forward to potentially working with you in the future.
Yeah, happy to chatting. Great to meet you.
Thank you, Ruth. Mikey, we've got a 3-for-1 here. I'm just gonna go grab the other person.
Oh, I know this.
Good to see you. Well, if I wouldn't know that face. This is
Oh, well, look who it is.
Do I
Look
get
who
the-
it is. Well, Janine, we're due to have an actual podcast together. So
Ooh, I can't wait. It's on my founder reputation area. Okay, are we getting Eduardo here? No, Republic is doing pictures. I see.
Everyone is more than busy today, so.
It's like you're doing a VC thing. What I do.
Right, we've got 3 amazing people here. Unfortunately, there's only one person I missed out of the panel. Are you there, Mikey?
Mike, can you see us? Like I can't.
yeah, I can see. We can see you. We can see you.
Yeah.
We can see you. So right now, just to let you know, you guys are currently live on Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, and on Zoom as well. So you're like everywhere. Like I said, we will be doing interviews, a podcast with yourself, Janine. But it'd be great to get to know who's left.
I love that I'm hearing of this right now, but I'm happy you've made the executive decision. I shall show up on that podcast.
There we go. So who's to the left?
My left, that left,
Yeah.
the good one, yeah.
Yeah, so not the Gitcoin one, but I'm with Consensus Mesh, Dennis, and I've been with them for about a year, and with Consensus family of companies for about 5. Currently working as a portfolio manager, so about half of my time working on new investments, and other half of my time working with a portfolio of about 150 different founders.
Wow.
So keeps us busy.
Wow. I think we may have met. I think we met at the Coinbase APPG event in the House of
AI networking glasses. I keep saying this. Base hardware doesn't want to build it, but we need AI networking glasses.
I know, but yeah, the Houses of Parliament event, I think that might have been the one.
Yeah.
Really crowded, and the service was great. That's the things I do remember. So
Brilliant. And then who's to the opposite side?
To the right, I have this
Yes,
lovely person.
so I'm Eduardo. I work at Republic Europe. We're the largest private investment platform in the world, and I help founders raise investment through our platform.
Oh wow. So we got 2 investors and we've got a startup in the middle. So
Yes, and I'd like to leave with 2 term sheets, please, Michael. Can you write this down? Competing words, okay? The evaluation needs to go up in this conversation.
Okay, I'll try and angle the questions towards that. So at the moment, this is a question to both of you. RWAs are like a massive thing. So what would you say makes a good RWA business?
I think that almost comes back to the age-old crypto narrative of, the general tokenization around just about everything, right? So the idea itself is nothing new, and I think that we're finally getting to a point where the infrastructure is there to be able to actually enable all these RWAs use cases to happen, and without necessarily sacrificing any of the previous problems and hurdles which have been along the way, being either too costly or being necessarily not efficient, or not necessarily having a business case around that. So,
Look, we put it on chain. Now go buy it.
Yeah, so which isn't as simple as it sounds, right? Or
Yeah, but that used to be 2018
yes.
used to be the trend, right? Like, why did we put it on chain? Because we could. No reason.
yeah, but arguably it should be that simple, right? After all, yes, we put something on chain and please go buy it. So maybe that's where the space is heading, but I guess we'll see.
We'll see.
And from our side, I think a good RWA project or infrastructure has a good investment flow. And what I mean about that is having a good infrastructure of payment. And as an example, we do a lot of tokenization raises, and we can accept not only crypto, but also debit card and credit card payments. And also, I think having good relationship with the SEC and the FCA and compliance as much as compliant as possible is the way to go for us. It's very important.
Find the pubs that they are drinking and start buying their beers.
Okay, I love that. So I'm guessing that means that you prefer businesses that have actual revenue generating assets potentially. Is
I
that
was joking, by the way, Michael, but I very love how you're gearing it towards what we're doing. Like, actually ask the questions you wanted to ask.
no, that's a genuine question. So a lot of the Blockchain Sensei team, we are obsessed with reading earnings reports. So every one of the things we do is throughout the quarter, we look at earnings reports and we break them down for the public so that they can understand them. And one of the best things we like reading is Masari's new reports that they do, because they do like on-chain quarterly earnings reports. So this is where we feel now with this kind of RWA wave that's coming in, this is probably going to start putting a little bit of pressure on some of these protocols to actually start operating with businesses and actually maybe looking at acquiring assets to create like to create revenue generating assets on their balance sheet. And that's what we're looking at. And we're looking at, I see Janine's in like a private equity space, but
Cash flow businesses. So I don't buy that anymore, but that was the starting point, right?
yeah. Do you think that there's space or for private equity to become a bullish thing in the crypto space? So we're starting to see acquisitions and mergers happen in crypto. Do you think there's more space for that?
It's the outlier venture thesis, right? The financial, like the tokenization of finance or the financialization of things, like the big RWA thesis.
Yes.
We'll call her back in.
Yeah. We need some external help here for that. But I think the general idea that the private equity space and the more broader the private alternative asset investment space has been long poised by lack of liquidity in it, and various different ways of providing that liquidity, both to early investors who actually hold the assets for a long time, as well as for the current holders without necessarily giving them an option or a requirement to sell that asset or to liquidate. Can possibly change how the space generates cash flow altogether.
I think one of my favorite quotes, this isn't from me, is from I think one of my advisors, is like, most things aren't illiquid because there's nobody who wants to buy them. Most things are liquid because me going to buy that thing cost me 3 months of legal work, 5 visits to notary, and 5 figures of like legal fees. And private equity is an excellent example, right? Like, people want to get out of their positions because 10 years is super long fund horizon. Because family owners often have the problem that like, we need the cash to fix whatever we've basically caused over there. And then it's a nightmare for everybody involved to find the person who's going to buy it, have the legal work done. It takes months, and it's a clear use case for blockchain, right? Where it could just be like, stick it on the market, somebody buys it for like cents of the dollar. Laws like code is law, we will integrate legal into the smart contract, and if regulation catches up with that, that would be really interesting to see.
That for sure is one of the big things that RWA is offering. And I think also the cool thing that we're doing is when we're digitalizing securities for private equity companies, or private equity in general, is that those tokens also have sort of like more a utility than just being equity. So as an example, we're helping football teams tokenize their securities, and now if a fan owns a token of and invest in the token, they can also have access to training session, meeting with athletes. So it's much more than just a security. It's also an access to different types of applications and utilities.
I think it's really interesting if we ever get it sorted that we actually have stable coins in the back end, because it could merely go to like not only as a fan, but also how much you're spending or like how many music concerts you're visiting and those kind of things. So I know Fred again tracked down every one of his early supporters to play like a small thing and stuff. Like so much effort, when if you have actually all of those things on chain, it could be so interesting as well to be like, and here's a special offer for you as well as a fan, and like you gotta reduce this or
Fred again?
no sister.
What? Wait. Do you say?
Actually, this is being recorded. I don't want to. I know
somebody knows Fred again.
She's an amazing entrepreneur, and she's standing by herself. And I just know this randomly. And yeah, many of my friends are like, "How dare you have not introduced to me?" And I was like, "She is awesome by herself, and I'm not introducing you just
we would love
because
to work with artists and people in the entertainment.
Like, if you're really interested, I'll make that. I'll ask her if he wants to ask him if he's interested.
Yeah. Well, wow, we're working with Post Malone and Little Pump, which I don't know who is, but
well, he's a bit of a fan of Solana as Little Pump. Yeah. Well, it's funny that you said that you're looking for artists, because that's one of our, when we first started, that's like the main thing we did was educate musicians. Because myself, I come from an events background, doing after parties for everyone from will.i.am to Tiny Temper to The Weeknd, you name it. And then our other co-founder, he was actually a rapper. So because of that, he helped the musician Wiley get his first bit of Bitcoin. We helped a rapper called Big Nasty launch his first ever NFTs, sold out to a success. So yeah, definitely should connect, because we've got a few musicians that we're working with Audius and Vault Music that we're going to be doing some stuff with.
And
so
education is so crucial in that area, right? I don't know. I was at the Taylor Swift concert last week in Germany, and I was talking to somebody who actually like knew more about her surrounding. It was like, yeah, she took down like a multi-million or billion deal, and somebody was like, oh, we should do an NFT or coin your name, because she was like, this is scam. But there's so much interesting things that if you actually use the technology, because she's really into like giving her like fans something back, and like making sure that people are rewarded for listening. Like if you actually use it and explain it not as like a quick scam to make money, but like this is cool, and you can like honor them, and you can honor them in different ways. Like if there's so much cool things you can do, but you have this massive barrier of educating and approaching these super highly regarded people in the right way and telling them there's actually a tool for your art, not just another way for somebody else to get rich on your songwriting.
Definitely. So a question on the consensus side, something that we've at Blockchain Sensei written reports on is the idea of DeFi X RWA. How long do you think it's going to be before we start seeing people doing staking pools and DEX arbitrage on tokenized real world assets? Do you think that's far away, or do you think that's closer than we think?
I don't think it's necessarily far away, because if we compare it to the state of DeFi back in summer 2020, the good old days, and the whole state of RWAs as well along the way, that institutional use cases and institutional adoption is much more real in 2024 than it ever used to be. And I think it's evolving at an even faster pace because it's happening behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Right? So we're not far away from seeing a lot of these use cases and a lot of new emerging use cases just happen without necessarily all the hype around it, the crypto Twitter going mad, etc. But essentially DeFi rails just becoming fire rails. Right? So I don't think we're far away from that at all.
Nice. Yeah, that's an area where we're like, well, one of the biggest problems is liquidity. If you now start getting people being able to stake against their property, especially with commercial real estate, with what we're seeing happening in Canary Wharf, like businesses just leaving in abundance. What do you do with those assets? Like, how do you get the liquidity out of those assets? And I think DeFi is literally the answer to
Michael,
that.
we bundle them up, and then they're AAA rated because they're diversified risk, and then we put a synthetic ETF on top of that because who doesn't pay back their mortgage? That's what we do. Okay.
I think I've seen this before. I think someone did that before.
Right.
Yeah.
2028. So.
Yeah, it worked really well last time. So
yeah, I know.
Great experience. For Deutsche, is it like?
Fair enough. And then
I'm the annoying kid in the back who always brings something funny but not relative.
And then final question for yourself before we wrap up the show is for you, Janine. We've seen that your business has evolved. We've seen that you've evolved and changed over since we first known you about 2.5, 3 years ago. Why do you think it's important for people to be adaptable and to evolve in this space?
Because, well, the boring answer is the space moves so fast, but I think the underlying really interesting answer is like you have an idea of the world, and I am still burning for the great wealth transfer needs to be more accessible, and 5.1 trillion are changing hands, and only the rich are investing, and we need to get in there. We need to open that up to the broader public, which I'm sure is like a similar perspective Republic and Cedars had about like people should be allowed to get in there and benefit from that wealth creation. But also, as you have your vision, you learn what the market wants and you learn the constraints of reality. And as I said on the panel earlier, unfortunately, I made the mistake of being born to parents about a trust fund. So I need to like work with what the market wants and what the VCs want as well. And so, and the consumers who give you the money. So that you learn to adapt to like put your vision out there, but with the new information you're taking in. And being an entrepreneur is basically constantly being told no and figuring out which of the no's is just you needing to be resilient and hitting it again, and which of the no's is actually, okay, the market is actually telling you they want something slightly different and you need to pivot. And it's a little bit like this great saying of give me the strength to figure out and to change what I can change, and to not change what I cannot, or not aspire to change what I cannot change, and the wisdom to separate the two. And that's basically being an entrepreneur, is figuring out which of the no's is leading and which one of the no's is just hit it again, be resilient.
That's probably one of the best things I've heard in many interviews. That was flawless. Definitely booking you in for that podcast. So where can people find you if people wanted to connect with all three of you? Let's start with yourself on the left. Where can people connect with you? Where can people find you?
I think that's
LinkedIn, Twitter, email, just about anything, right? So we are out there, so it shouldn't be very difficult to.
LinkedIn.
Yeah, so it's Dennis Aksenov, and it's both on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. I haven't used that in a few years, but
I will not stalk your Instagram. Let's see. I'm not looking off Instagram. I'm curious to see.
Last time I posted was like 2019.
Yeah, but I'm showing your stories, right? Like I know.
I'm getting old. Okay, so, yeah.
I'd love to see one of my angels like travel around Europe to get us to the concerts and like be in like the Côte d'Azur, and I'm like, yes, great. I'll know who I contact for follow-up funding. Seems like you're very liquid.
And yourself, Neen?
I have a very identifiable surname, which is Subgang, S-U-B-G-A-N-G. This is not an anon name, as many people think. This is actually my legit family name. So if you type that into LinkedIn, Twitter, you will automatically find me. There's not many people there's nobody else with that surname. So go and stalk me.
Yeah. And yourself?
It's LinkedIn, Twitter, Eduardo Canizzo is tough name. Canizzos is double-N-double-Z, and that's it. But you can find more information in republic.com.
Perfect. Well, thank you ever so much for all of you for giving up your time to speak to us today. We'll be in contact with all of you and find ways to work and collaborate with you all. Thank you ever so much for taking time out of your day to just deliver some education to some random strangers, because in my belief, that's what Web3 is
Thank you, guys.
about, is just education. Thank you very much, guys.
Always
Thank you for the platform.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
See you later. Bye. Thank you very much, Mark. Superhero.
I think I
Thank you
was
very
with one of the
See
competitors.
you later. Right, so community, that is a wrap of today's episode. Wasn't expecting to get Republic and Consensus VC and to get Outlier VC. Wasn't expecting that to happen on today's webinar, but it did. And this is exactly why you should always tune in to the game, because you just got free VC's contact details on LinkedIn. That if you say, oh yeah, I just saw you on this webinar, and then pitch them your project, they're probably going to listen because they were like, oh yeah, I remember doing that webinar. So if you've got projects that you want to pitch to them, let us know. We'll try and either be the middleman in that, or you can just do it yourself. But massive thank you to Mark on today's episode. Massive thank you for everyone partaking. I've got to shoot right now because I've got 10 minutes to pack my bag and then get onto the dojo call in 10 minutes time. And then see you later, everyone. Bye.